All right, this week on a brand new episode of Strong Arm Sports Podcast, Rozier was talking about Bledsoe and he referred to him as Drew Bledsoe. I don't think it was intentional at all.
Yeah.
But apparently that probably got to him, got up under his skin, and Drew Bledsoe, I'm going to say it too, Drew had a little bit of an attitude, and they're going to ask him,
We supposed to be the losers, but we winning though. They used to laugh at us, now we winning though. They used to tell me never in my lifetime. I guess they wasn't in their right mind.
What up? What's going on, folks? Welcome to a brand new exciting episode of Strong Arm Sports Podcast, the realest sport podcast in all the land.
True.
But I don't know if you hear me, man. I mean in all the land.
True.
Man, we are back to wrap up the previous week of sports in dramatic fashion. No BS, no sugarcoating, no biases, only the strong arm truth. Somebody listening, this might be your first time checking us out, whether you're watching here on YouTube or listening to either of our podcast channels, because we everywhere. I'm one half of the show. I go by the name of K Spade the Prospect.
And I'm your boy, LaParish 57, and together we form Strong Arm Sports. Spade!
Yes, sir.
Spade, we got a great show for him today. I know I say that every week, but we really do.
That's because we have one every week, bro.
I mean, that's
every
true.
Week we have one.
Every week we have a fire show. Fire emoji, fire emoji, fire emoji. We do. But Spade, I'm gonna start in the NFL. We know a lot. This week right here is the important week. A lot is going on this week. Spade, and you know what? Let me tell you, bro. We've been talking about the Cleveland Browns more than I think people in Cleveland. Like, we've been talking about the Browns so much on this show as of late. They've been doing a lot of things we like, a lot of things that got us scratching our heads. So we want to take it back to Cleveland, and we got to talk about the new rumor. The new rumor. I'm doing quote fingers over here, Spade. That's going on with the Cleveland Browns. If you guys didn't know, the Cleveland Browns allegedly is considering taking two quarterbacks with their first two picks in the NFL draft. Spade.
Yes.
This come on, Spade. This cannot be real. Can it?
I mean, I guess it could be a real thought. I've had some thoughts that I don't know if I want to share with people, because I'm sure you guys will look at me differently. I mean, I think it's fair for them to consider that, as long as they don't follow through with it, as long as they don't try to execute that. Let's not forget, this team just brought in Tyrod Taylor, who, I'm not trying to say Tyrod Taylor is the
Spade, whoa. You already know Tyrod. You know how they feel about Tyrod. Don't say it.
I got you. Hold on, I got you. I'm not saying Tyrod is the elite of the elite, but Tyrod is definitely serviceable. They brought in some other pieces. They just broke the bank on Jarvis Landry, which means that they obviously feel pretty high on juice. They also got Flash Gordon back. They got Coleman. They got Njoku. I don't think you need a world beater at quarterback. And LaParis, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know that it's a world beater at quarterback in this draft. I don't know that there's one in the draft anyway. So obviously it's a terrible idea. It was probably them sitting around thinking, man, I don't know which one of these bums is gonna actually be good. Maybe we take two of these bombs, one of them will work out. I imagine it probably went something like that. Hopefully, this thing has been dealt with.
This better not be real. But Spade, you took it from the perspective as it just being they thinking about it. No way they do this. Let me take it from the other perspective. What
Lord.
if Cleveland do this, Spade? This would be so Cleveland Brown. This is why Spade. What if Cleveland is there like, you know what? We don't know which one to take, so let's just take all the QBs. Let's just take them all. One of them got to pan out. Let's take them all. One of them got to pan out. Spade, this would be so Cleveland Brown. It would have you scratching your head and being like, this is why the Cleveland Browns have been the Cleveland Browns for the last, 40 years.
Forever.
This is why they've been this way. Spade, Cleveland, if it, please, Hugh, please do
I think this is above Hugh. You ain't got nothing to do with this. You ain't got that kind of power.
Spade, come on. Talk them out of it, you. Please. If they... No way. Spade. No way. But if they
in there telling Hugh, If you don't, they can tell you if you don't get your ass out of our office when we in here discussing rich people problems.
Spade, no way they allow. If they do this, it would be so Cleveland Browns. Spade, me and you are on the record for saying we don't like none of these quarterbacks they projecting to go top tier.
Not like
in
that
this draft.
anyway.
None of these guys has been lighting up the league. We're going to talk about one of the guys later, but none of these guys are so amazing that you got to be like, oh my gosh, I need that guy right now. You're not looking at that guy and be like, oh my gosh, that's Peyton Manning, or that's one of those guys. You're not seeing that. You're not seeing that.
I agree.
And if Cleveland, Spade, we talked about the Browns on this show a lot, and we said if anybody can mess this up, it can be the Cleveland Browns. But we basically begged them, please don't mess this up. If they take two quarterbacks, they are literally effing this up. They are effing this up.
Yeah. The sad thing is, I don't know if this is an indictment of just how bad the Browns are at drafting, or if it's an indictment on just how average this quarterback class is. Or maybe not even average. Maybe that's not a fair word, but just how even they got it scouted. Maybe they looking at 5-6 quarterbacks and nobody stands out to them. Either way, it's bad all the way around. Let's go ahead and move forward, bro.
One more point, Spade. The Cleveland Browns have gotten the quarterback position so wrong so many times, man.
Yeah.
So many times. And Spade, they cannot afford to mess this up, because if they mess this up again, they are setting their franchise back another 10 years. They cannot mess this up. Please do the right thing, Cleveland. Go, Spade.
All right, LePage, you're going to like this next segment. Let's talk a little bit about... You really are. Yeah, you really are. Let's talk a little bit about Dez Bryant, which is LePage's favorite wide receiver in the whole wide world. Lord. In the last episode of this podcast,
so you just in the trolling
about
today. Today you just want to troll.
I'm not trolling. In the last episode of this podcast, we talked about the fact that Dez Bryant had been released by the Dallas Cowboys without even being given an opportunity to negotiate himself. Maybe talk him down. All right. I'm getting 16. Give me 14. Give me 13. Let's see what we can do. They was like, we don't even want to hear.
He said numerous times he did not want to take a pay cut. He have said that numerous times.
Until it was time to get cut, then he eat bologna. You know how it go. But hold on. Maybe it all isn't bad for Dez Bryant. Dez Bryant recently was in a little video with Odell Beckham. They was training, doing the little ropes. I don't know what you call it.
Jesus.
What's the little rope thing called, man? It's a little CrossFit rope thing. I don't really know if that's going to help Dez with any of his issues. Dez, you can't get separation. Flipping them ropes up and down ain't going to help you get away from a DB. Then again, maybe you're going to step on them before the ball get there. But at any rate, obviously, this video of these two guys working out got a lot of people talking about the possibility of Dez Bryant landing with the Giants, which would be good for Dez. I'm not saying it'd be good for him career-wise, because I don't know that the Giants are where you want to go, but I know that he wants to play against the Cowboys twice a year. He's already said this. What's funny about it, LeParis, is after he said he want to go somewhere where he can play against them twice a year, Brandon Marshall reached out to him on social and said, no room over here, bro. And the Giants must have hit him with the conceited gift and was like, So Brandon Marshall was released. This definitely ups the speculation that Dez Bryant is going to become a New York Giant. LeParis, do you believe it's going to happen? And if it does happen, how do you feel about it?
I had speculated that if Dez was going to go somewhere in the NFC East, I was thinking the Washington franchise. Same. Now, I mean, people are making a lot out of this Brandon Marshall being cut, but let's be honest. Last year, we all thought Brandon Marshall was going to be cut. Some people thought they was going to cut Brandon Marshall during the season when
I thought he was going to retire. He was talking about retirement.
People seen this writing on the wall, I guess, except for Brandon Marshall. But we seen this writing on the wall. I don't necessarily think that means Dez Bryant is coming in, because there's reports out there that the Giants are not interested in Dez Bryant and that they will address the wide receiver position in the draft. Now, do I think it's a fit? I mean, they got Odell over there. They got Preston? What's his name? The other guy, Sterling Shepard. They got Sterling Shepard. He's in the slot. I think if you got Odell over there, he's your number one. You add Dez, I think that's a nice fit. He's gonna be a number two, not number one. He probably gonna get him on the cheap. And I think it'd be a good fit, especially if the Giants go get an O-lineman or go get a running back. Like I had the Giants taking Saquon Barkley, but I'm seeing reports now that with the Giants pick that they're going to take a quarterback. So I don't know what they're going to do in the draft. I feel like they can get a wide receiver in the draft. But if Dez go to the Giants, first of all, I'm not scared of Dez. I wouldn't. If I'm the Cowboys, I wouldn't be afraid of Dez. But I definitely could see it as a fit.
Wait. You said you wouldn't be afraid of Dez?
If I'm the Cowboys, absolutely not.
So y'all secondary got good all of a sudden? Y'all got a good secondary?
Nope. But you want to know what? We played a lot of teams that didn't have a good secondary. You want to know what happened? Dez bobbled the ball and then went the other way.
Change the scenery, bro. Dez is motivated.
Oh, now you
got a
using
chip
my,
on his shoulder.
Now you using my
y'all
term.
secondary.
Okay.
Y'all secondary, the last one need to be saying y'all ain't scared of somebody.
Nope.
Everybody eats when Dallas secondary comes to town.
Stop it. That's not true. Stop
Everybody.
it. We got a pass rush now. Spade. I know you ain't talking about secondaries. You a Dolphin fan.
Let's go ahead and move on, bro. Let's stay on
task. That's what
right
I
now. we talking about.
But I mean, I ain't get your thoughts. Do you see this as a fit? Do you see Dez going to the Giants?
I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think it could work. Let's not forget, I had to eat crow on this show because I was a bit of a Brandon Marshall fan. Now, granted, injuries and some other things kind of derailed B. Marsh's career. Plus, I think at some point he started to fall in love with being on TV. I think the last few years of him being in the league, I think he loved being on TV more than he loved being on the field.
I agree with that.
And once your heart out of it, you know what I'm saying, the skills is going to be right behind the heart on the way out the door. But what I thought they was getting in B. Marsh, that big physical receiver, that possession guy who, can probably hit him with a drag or a slant or an out. On the other side, you got Odell stretching the field. What I thought B. Marsh could give him, I think Dez still could. I think Dez could. What I'm worried about is Dez has been the man. So mentally, I wonder about Dez. Dez has been the man. You ain't finna be the man there, bro. Like, if you still want to be the man, you need to be talking to Washington. Maybe. Then again, that you probably won't be the man out there either. But you damn sure ain't going to be the man in New York. Not in New York. Not with Odell out there. So, I mean, if he complaining about how many catches Witten got now, and he talking about Garrett's guys, boy, you.
Spade, let me ask you a question. We had an argument on Twitter with a couple of guys. Not even an argument like malicious. Like, we were just, we always talk sports on Twitter. So we was talking sports with some guys, and some guys was telling us that Dez Bryant is still the same guy from 2013, 2014. Is Dez still that guy to you?
Nobody's the same person they were from 2012, 2013. I mean, I do a sit-down job for a living, and I ain't even the same person I was that long ago sitting down. Ain't no way on God's green earth you running routes and getting tackled and you the same guy. No way. I mean, that's not what we do. At some point, you continue to progress, and then you hit that ceiling, and everything after that is a regression. And I'm not saying that Dez is washed, but he's definitely in the regression part of his career. I think if you telling yourself anything other, I think you've been a little bit optimistic, a little too optimistic.
I hope the Giants can teach Dez how to catch. Can they do that?
Come on, bro. Let's move forward, bro, because you want to slander Dez. Just because he's not a Cowboy no more. Just because it's not a star on the side of his head, you want to slander the man. I'm not for it.
I was slandering when he had the star on the side of his head. What you mean?
Yeah, but I'm not for it today. The last 3 shows, all you've done is come on here and slander people. And talk bad about people.
I came up here and spit them actual factuals that I'm about to give the folks again. Spade, let's move on.
Let's move forward.
If you guys didn't know, it was a tweet that came out this week. A very interesting tweet. If you guys didn't know, it was a guy on Twitter. I don't have his name in front of me. I apologize for not taking down dude's name.
I'm hunting
but
for you. Keep going.
He actually tweeted out some stats about Josh Allen's completion percentage. Not just college, high school, JUCO, and college.
Yep, I got him here. His name is Marcus Mosher, and he is a wide receiver and tight end scout for Bleacher Report, and he is the host of Locked On Cowboys. He's also a contributor for PF Weekly.
So I have year 2011. I ain't gonna give y'all what school he was in. I ain't give you all that. I'm just gonna tell you, Josh Allen in 2011 threw 59.5%. 2012.
That's JV. That was JV.
Yeah. In 2012, 50.8%. 2013, 57.4%. 2014,
varsity.
49%.
JUCO.
2016, 56%. 2017, 56.3%. Spade.
Yes.
See, I mean, goodness gracious. I mean,
bad,
with all the hoopla about Lamar Jackson not being the most accurate passer and this and that, Lamar Jackson completion percentage has been going up.
Yeah.
This guy right, I hate to say it, but this guy seems to what you see is what you get. No progression, no anything. Spade, I gotta ask you.
Yes.
If you were drafting a quarterback in this draft, you see Josh Allen completion percentage. Does it scare you away? If you
scares the hell out of me. Scares the hell out of me, bro. I'm talking VR hunted video game scary. Here's the thing. You know, if you look at his career body of work, and of course this got to start in high school. We ain't talking Pop 1 or Pee Wee League stuff.
Right.
His best completion is 59%. That's as a JV player at his high school. His 2 years of varsity, basically 51% and 57%. Now, LePere say he's not showing any progression. I actually want to sarcastically combat that. At his JUCO, he was 49%. Then he transferred as a sophomore at Wyoming, 56%. He actually had really good talent around him as a sophomore, LePere. Now, I mean, really good might be a stretch, but a couple of guys that went to the draft. I think 3 guys off of that offense went to the draft, I think. 56% as a sophomore, and it went up to 56.3 as a junior. My thing is this, though. It is nothing in his resume that's going to tell you that this guy's an accurate passer. And every time you hear them compliment him, they talk about the strength of his arm. And, I mean, you can have a big arm. If you just slinging it down the field and hoping for the best, I guess maybe they can look at that and think that they got the trainers that can fine-tune them and put some accuracy on it. I don't know. And you got to wonder if a person, this is what I always hear about scrambling quarterbacks. This is what they say. A guy that's been scrambling since he was on junior varsity, it's in his mental DNA now. You can't reprogram the guy. So if that's the case, I don't know how the hell you're going to reprogram this guy to actually throw to his receivers. I don't know. I don't have any problem with Josh Allen. He could end up going pro and being an amazing pro. But I've said this about quarterbacks before, and I'll say it again. I'm not saying he's going to be a bad pro. I'm saying there's nothing in his body of work that tells you he is going to be a good pro. There's nothing here that tells you that. So unless you just got one of those feelings, and I understand NFL scouts, maybe these guys, you have to have that, like the spider sense. You know, your spider sense is tingling. Something about this kid, I like it. Yeah, okay, I give you that. Spider sense get the tingling. But it ain't nothing in his resume that you can look. Don't pull no receipts and say, look, right here, this guy going to be a hell of a pro. I don't see it. I can't find it. I can't.
We have seen guys. We have saw guys, Spade, have big arms. I mean, you look at a guy like Michael Vick. Michael Vick can throw the ball damn near the length of the field from his knees. But what they always say about Michael Vick, he's not the most accurate guy. He's not accurate. Yep. Like, once he throw it, that you don't know where that thing going. Like, they always said that about Michael Vick. Spade, when you look at Josh Allen complete, that junk worries me. And I have this thing I do. Like, Spade don't do this. A lot of guys don't do this, but I have this thing I do. I look at the competition played. So, Wyoming, let's be honest, they ain't playing in one of them power conferences. They ain't in the ACC. They ain't in the SEC. They ain't in one of those big conferences like that where you be like, oh my God, that talent that he's playing against. Oh my God, that talent. Like, they not over there. So you look at a guy, Spade, who the running back you like at San Diego State?
Rashad Penny.
Rashad Penny went over to San Diego State. tore the league up. Damn near ran for 2,000 yards damn near in back-to-back seasons, if I'm not mistaken, or did he?
Did you ask me if Rashad Penny ran for 2,000 yards back-to-back or 1,000 back-to-back?
I said 2,000.
Nah, he ran for 1,000 2016 and then 2,000 the following year.
I mean, you just look at that, right? Well, I think they had another back in front of Penny.
They did.
I think
I was
the
going
dude
to say
name
his
was
carries
Pumphrey or
more
something.
than double.
I think
he
Pumphrey
averaged
had like a 2,000.
Yeah.
I think he hit 2,000 in back-to-back seasons.
Yeah, he
so
did.
you can pretty much kind of say to yourself, okay, like if he was down there playing against an Alabama or something, maybe he don't rush for 2,000, but maybe he's a 1,500 yard back, maybe a 1,600 yard back. You look at Josh Allen was throwing for 50-something%, 58, 59% over there, playing against that competition over there where he was at. That's terrible, Spade. Imagine if he was playing top-notch competition week in and week out, playing the Georgias, playing the Alabamas in the SEC. That percentage drops. And that worries me. Especially the quarterback position translating to the NFL is a tough position, man. I always said running back is like the easiest position to translate from college to unless you're Trent Richardson, from college to pro. But quarterback, these defenses, they get a lot more sophisticated. These blitzes are a lot more, disguised. It's scaring the hell out of me, man. And
me too.
It's scaring the hell out of me, especially with Spade. I look at that, and I didn't know all this about Josh Allen. High school, you ain't throw for 60% in high school. You ain't throw for over 60% in high school. It's people throwing for like 70 TDs and 70%.
Yeah.
But I mean, you look over there. You look over there, and you be like, oh my God, this guy tearing the league up. He's tearing the league up over there. You would think Josh Allen, not to mention, let's not even talk about his touchdown to interception ratio. That's another story. It's a lot of red flags for me when it comes to Josh Allen, but we'll see. I could be wrong, man. I tell you the truth, I'm not wishing for any of these kids to fail. I'm just telling you what I see with my eyes, and I'm not impressed at all. I'm not impressed.
At all?
Nope, not at all.
Man, I guess that's fair. From one college quarterback story to another one, and as crazy as the Josh Allen story was, the Paris, I think I just tripped over something that actually is going to one-up that one. Let's take it on down to Tallahassee, and I ain't talking T-Pain for this one. Let's talk about these doggone Seminoles, man. And woo. Listen, man, I'm going to tell you something. You got to start being careful who you put around you. And this is my message to the young athletes of the world, man. Especially if you got a little bit of potential, look like you could one day be a professional. I hate to say it, but you got to look at everybody a little sideways. You got to wonder about everybody's intentions. You got to wonder if they for you, or if they just around because they think you're going to be somebody, or if they just want to take you down. Let me speak on what I'm talking about, man. Florida State quarterback Deandre Francois was just he was just the target of a 2-month federal investigation, right? Now, I'm trying to back up and see where this whole thing starts. Basically, a male tipster, he's going to remain anonymous, who was in Francois' apartment, called authorities and said he saw a large paper grocery type bag full of cannabis. And he think Deandre is moving that work. He think every day he hustling. He think he Rick Ross, all right? He think he Big Meech. All right. So the feds launched this investigation. Reportedly, they was going through the man trash without him knowing, and just trying to collect evidence. At the conclusion of this 2-month investigation, they swoop in, they arrest him and his girl, and between the both of them, I think they had just around, or maybe a little bit less than a gram of marijuana. Now listen, folks, I'm not telling y'all to do marijuana, all right? You do what you want to do. What I'm saying is, that ain't against the law there, okay? Less than a gram of marijuana between two people is not against the law there. It's far from being a drug kingpin, which is what the male tipster told them. And somebody wasted 2 months of federal time.
And funds.
The feds and funds. Because I'm telling you, investigations ain't cheap. I ain't no telling how many Red Bulls they was drinking while they was on lookout. Cops do that, right? Because I be seeing that in the movies. Do they do that, LeParis? The lookout? Or they just park down the street?
Yeah.
I think they do.
I think they do. And all type of stuff in there.
Donuts, yeah, man. Donuts is high as hell. When last time y'all got Krispy Kreme? Them shits is going up. Krispy Kremes and Red Bulls and all kind of stuff. And rubber gloves so you can pick up stuff out the trash. All kinds of stuff. Listen, man. This is crazy to me. Deandre, stop letting people in your house. I don't know if the man had a bag of cannabis or not. But damn it, bro. Somebody who you felt so comfortable with to invite into your house was in there looking around and calling and trying to get this man set up, man. And after 2 months, all they found was a little less than a gram. Come on, man. That's terrible, dog.
This is a prime case. First of all, just an unfortunate situation. And whether you're on the side that marijuana should be legal, marijuana shouldn't be legal, that's it. We ain't here to discuss that. But
that's neither here nor there.
Down there, you can have under a gram per person. So him and his girl together, they both was arrested, but together had under a gram. So that's damn near way under the legal limit because each one of them can have a gram apiece. But anyway. This is a prime example, in my opinion. I don't know if dude was trying to blackmail him and say, oh, well, if you don't XYZ, then I'm going to say this, and that. I don't know what the situation was, but this is a prime example of this generation saying everybody is they bro. Everybody is a friend. It's just too much, Spade. You can't let everybody in your circle. You definitely can't let everybody in your house. And this is a prime example of just getting too comfortable with somebody that you think you know that you really don't know. When you have that type of potential to, especially to be a star athlete or potentially make a ton of money going professional, you always gotta be very knowledgeable of your surroundings, man, because everybody ain't there for your best interest, and this is clearly a case of that. And I'm glad it all got worked out. I don't know if NCAA or Florida State is going to suspend this guy for even doing marijuana. I don't know the situation was going to happen there, but at least the kid did not get locked up for drug kingpin charges. Jesus Christ, could you imagine? Like,
LePaz, I need to correct something. You can tell I'm not a weed smoker. I messed up. I said, did I say less than a gram? Is that what I said? It said less than an ounce of marijuana in his home. So let me correct that because I could be so wrong. I don't want the actual drug heads to hit me up. Like,
they'll come through the stoners team.
Yeah, they'll come through and get me.
And like, you got also, your ounces and grams mixed up.
Yeah, so I got it all mixed up. But the charge basically was fixed because he agreed to community service, a diversion program, and paying a fine. The bad thing is, they talking about the defamation of character because for a while he was made to look like, even when the article broke, it was like Florida State quarterback Francois arrested on drug charges. And instantly when you read the headline, you thought, oh man, look at this. And then, less than an ounce between two people. Less than an ounce. I don't know how much that is, but it don't sound like a lot.
Florida State. Let me tell you what I read. I read Florida State quarterback arrested on drug trafficking charges. I read something like that, and I was like, "Wait, what?"
That's a better clickbaity title, bro. I want to click on your article more than the one I thought I saw.
Yeah, word.
So I get it.
It's just unfortunate, and I'm glad everything worked out for him because I think he's a hell of a player, but you gotta watch who you have. You gotta watch who you have in your circle, man. Keep it with your day ones. You ready to move on, bro?
Yes, sir.
Spade, I gotta take. This is the meat and potatoes of the show, bro. Spade, both Strong Arm Sports Twitter and both of our Twitters have been on fire this week. NBA playoffs started, if you guys didn't know, and Spade, let me ask you first. Do you want to take the East or the West? Which side you want?
Let me rock with the West, bro.
You want to take the West? I'll take the East. I'll take the East. The NBA playoffs started, and Twitter have been on fire. Everybody has been at our throats for comments that we have made, and you know what? This is our show. We keep it 100 up here. Real sports, no biases up here. We gonna tell y'all the real. We gonna tell y'all what we see with my 4 eyes and Spade 2 eyes, we're gonna tell y'all what we see, and we're gonna keep it 100, man. And you have the right to disagree, respectfully. You know, respectfully. Let me just say that clearly. With Spade, I'm gonna start with the East. I want to talk about the 1-8 matchup. Toronto came out, 2 home games, did what they supposed to do. Washington went home. They won a game. They won a game yesterday by a big margin. It's a 2-1 series over there. I mean, it was a lot of guys. I have some things I want to say, but I'm going to let you go first. It's 2-1 Toronto. Talk to me about this series, Spade. Like,
I mean,
what you like, what you dislike, what did you expect, what didn't you expect?
I'm seeing exactly what I expected. I'm seeing exactly what we predicted. We said that basically these 2 teams right here were the model of inconsistencies. I felt like Toronto had a better team. I knew they wouldn't come out firing on all cylinders in every single game. And I knew John Wall would do everything in his power to fight, but ultimately not have enough. It's only 3 games in so far, but we've seen that. We saw Toronto come out and take care of business. It's only been 1 game in Washington, and John Wall came out and did everything in his power to make sure that that game wasn't a loss. I tell you what, I don't remember if I gave a, you know, like a person to, what would we call it? I'm having a brain fart. Yeah, I don't know if I gave an X factor for this series, but Bradley Beal had a terrible game. I believe it was game 2. He had like a 3 of 15 shooting performance. And I knew it was gonna be one of those games, and I know it's gonna be a bounce back game too. So I'm seeing exactly what I expected, bro.
I mean, if y'all check the tape, go back and check the tape. I said this is one of those series where Toronto could blow Washington out. This is what I said. Washington can blow Toronto could blow Washington out. Toronto could come right back and blow Toronto out, and that is what we are seeing. Spade, John Wall had been amazing. He's been amazing. You want to talk about a guy? I mean, it was all that speculation early in the season that the Wizards are better without John Wall, and I said, you want to know what? They can say all that crap during the regular season when you playing the Memphis Grizzlies and you playing these down teams that's trying to tank and lose. But in a playoff series, a 7-game series, you need John Wall, and clearly John Wall. I'm keeping it 100, Spade. On the court, John Wall has been the best player on the court for both teams. He's been the best player on the court. And it's been a listen. I need more from Otto Porter, Spade. Otto Porter make $100 million. John Wall went out there and went to back for Otto Porter to get him that bread. He got that bread, and I said on this show, Spade, I feel like you can get the same thing from Kelly Oubre, if not more, than Otto Porter. Like, you can get exactly what you get from Otto Porter from Kelly Oubre, if not more. And I feel like Otto Porter, people was telling me Otto Porter got that bread because he was knocking down all these threes. But he getting the same looks. And he's been struggling. But on the Toronto side, DeRozan, I felt like DeRozan is their number 1 option over there. Kyle Lowry, it's typical Kyle Lowry. This is what we see. I feel like Serge has been playing great. I feel like Val is giving Toronto a good look. Where's Gortat? Does Gortat even play? And that's
he missed layups.
I know he's been playing, but I'm saying, where can Gortat help out the Wizards? Like, a few times, Wall dropped it right in the basket for Gortat, and he missed the easy bunny layup like 3-4 times in a row. It caused some arguments in game 2. Listen, man, this is one of those series I told y'all it can go 7, man, because these teams are so evenly matched, and they are the model of inconsistency. Neither one of these teams are consistent enough to be like, let's get this over with. It's one of those series, Spade. I still don't know who's going to win. I mean, I picked Toronto, but I still don't know who's going to win. I'm not happy about that pick either. I'm not.
This man said he ain't happy about that pick either.
I'm not.
Hey, I mean, so far we seeing exactly what we said we'll see.
That's true.
Where you want to go next?
Let's take it to the West.
Let's go ahead and talk this one. This one here has been a head-scratching series for me so far. Let's talk Utah versus Oklahoma City. I said on paper this should be easy for the Thunder, right? You got 3 superstars. Utah got no superstars. I'm sorry. Rudy Gobert might be Defensive Player of the Year. He's not a superstar. And even though I think Donovan Mitchell is the rookie of the year, he's not a superstar. However, like I said, these three guys, they can't get it together. I don't know if it was game 1 or 2, but Paul George came out and looked like the Paul George that had everybody trying to entice this man to come to their team in his free agency. Mm-hmm. And then he went back to the old him, or the him from this year. And we still haven't seen Carmelo show up. So what happens is, if Paul George can't get it going in the first 3 quarters, like I said, if Melo can't get it going in the first 3 quarters, in that fourth quarter, Russ ain't trusting nobody, bro. Russ is going to jack all them shots. He don't care if they air balls, if they clanking off the backboard or what. So he don't really care.
No Westbrook slander, okay?
Sorry, bro. I'm just spitting them actual factuals, as you like to call them. This series is it 1-1?
1-1.
Or 2-1? It's 1-1. All right, so it's still 1-1. I assume that means they got a game coming up, but
they play today,
and they in Utah.
Yep.
Just saying, man. If the Thunder somehow or another lose this series to Utah, bro, you got to shake something up over there, dog.
I mean,
I get it. It's their first year. They ain't figured it out.
Go ahead. Say it again, Spade. I'm sorry.
I was going to say, I get it. It's their first year. They hadn't figured everything out. They don't have all the answers. But damn it, man, Utah. Come on.
I think they let Melo walk anyway, bro. I think Melo was going after this season, and with all the speculation, if they lose to Utah in this first round, I definitely do not see Paul George re-signing. Definitely.
They gotta. I mean, when I say they gotta shake it up, they might have to. They might gotta shake up some coaching staff. Everything gotta change, bro.
I mean,
something ain't right over there.
I wasn't never really hot on Billy Donovan anyway. In my opinion, like, I think Billy Donovan is one of those guys that's suited for college basketball. In my opinion, I know somebody going to say, well, Billy Donovan, somebody going to get real technical on me and be like, well, Billy Donovan runs this offense and plays this defense and his over. I'm just talking about from what I see. I think Billy Donovan is one of those guys that's suited more for college basketball. But with that being said,
he's had him right though, bro. He had him right. He done taken him to the finals. He done took him to the Western Conference Finals.
Listen, I wasn't never high on Billy Donovan. Let me just say this:
bad.
As far as the Utah man, you gotta respect the Jazz, man. Like, I know Steven Adams in Game 2 got in some foul trouble. It led to big games, huge games from Gobert as well as Favors, because Steven Adams got in some trouble. Some foul trouble, excuse me. And I mean, dang, man, you gotta get more from these other guys, man. Like, if Paul George doesn't help Westbrook, then Melo gotta do something, man. Like, come on.
They probably could just dump it to Steven Adams and let Steven Adams see if he can get Rudy Gobert in some foul trouble. Let him see if he can. Maybe if you can get a couple of quick fouls on Rudy, because Rudy's a shot blocker, and shot blockers tend to jump. They be jumpy. See if you can get him in some early foul trouble. If nothing else, he sit down for a little while. Now it's a little bit easier to attack the basket. I don't know. Mix it up. What you doing ain't working, bro. They got to shake it up.
Right now, I'm still sticking with my prediction that the Thunder wins this series. Do you still stick with your original prediction?
I do, but I had it something like 4-2, and I'm thinking this is a 7-game series the way it's looking now.
I'm telling you, it might be 7. And going back playing in Utah, Spade, that is going to be tough. That's going to be tough, man. So can somebody else show up? You get that amazing game from Paul George. You know what you're going to get from Westbrook. They need somebody else. Somebody else got to step up. Because this might be one of those series that, it's a 4-5 series, so it can go either way anyway.
Right. But just shocked that yeah, man. If they lose to Utah, and listen, Utah fans, all three of y'all, I don't mean this is disrespect. You guys have exceeded expectation this year.
They really have.
And it is no way Paul George, Carmelo Anthony, Steven Adams, and Russell Westbrook should be struggling with this team. Joe Johnson is not running out that tunnel over there. Gordon Hayward is not running out that tunnel over there. And I feel like this should have been a 4-1 series easy.
Man, you want to know who's been playing well for the Jazz in this series, bruh?
Who?
Ricky
Crowder?
damn Rubio, bro.
Oh, Rubio has been hooping.
Rubio
He
been
really
looking
has.
amazing.
He really has.
and
It's
the
that
crazy thing
ponytail,
is
bro.
looking
Ever
like-
since he grew that hair out.
And it's looking like it's looking like the decision for the Jazz to get rid of Hill and bring in Rubio, and it's looking like that's the right move. I mean, you look at how Minnesota. We'll talk about Minnesota in a minute, but you look at how Minnesota's struggling. Ricky Rubio looked like he really took his game to the next level since they entered the playoffs. It's crazy. I can't believe how well Rubio is playing. I think this one of the. I still have the Thunder winning, but this can go either way as well. It can go either way.
Yeah, I agree.
Ready to move on?
Yes, sir.
Let's take it back to the East. 2-7. Boston versus Milwaukee, Spade. It's a 2-1 series. Milwaukee did respond. They responded on their home court. Got to get your thoughts on that. Boston up 2-1 on Milwaukee.
I think I had that series. At the end of the day, I just didn't feel like Boston would have enough. I said they would fight. I think I had it 4-2, maybe 4-1, 4-2. And wow, I take my hat off, LaParis. I got to be honest with you. You called this one dead on the money. You said that team would scrap and fight every inch of the way. You said Brad Stevens would have those guys ready to fight. And I asked you before the playoffs started, if you Brad Stevens and you just found out that you lost Kyrie for the year, you already know Gordon Hayward is gone for the year. Do you mentally feel so defeated that you don't even go out there and fight? And you say, nah, I feel like this guy is going to fight. He's going to inspire those kids to fight. And that's exactly what we saw. And I'm not so sure that Milwaukee even still wins this series, bro. I'm not so sure. Now, they say a series don't start until a team win the game on somebody else's floor. So, technically, we haven't seen that yet. But what I've seen has just been shocking to me.
Let me tell you this, bro.
Uh-oh, here we
I'm
go.
going to tell you who I'm becoming a fan. Let me tell you who I'm becoming a fan of. Let me start there.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to start there. And I'm becoming a fan of Jaylen Brown, bro. Jaylen Brown, bro.
I told you.
You want to talk about a guy that's taking his game to it? I asked Spade, let me tell y'all, because me and Spade always talk sports all during the week. Let me tell you what I asked Spade. I said, Spade, what do you do when Hayward comes back, Kyrie comes? What do you do with that lineup? Like, who is starting? Who's coming off the bench? Because I feel like you can't afford to have Tatum or Brown come off the bench. Like, what are you doing with this roster once those guys come back? As far as this playoff series, I mean, this is exactly what I expected. I feel like this. I always felt like this thing could go series. You expose Milwaukee with bigs, and now Milwaukee did win Game 3 on their home floor, and John Henson was out. But now John Henson may be out again, and I mean, I felt like the last game, Game 3, Boston kind of came out flat, and you know it's a young team. They might get a little discouraged. Once they come out flat, they might get a little discouraged, and I felt like that's what happened in Game 3. I feel like they'll come out and be a little better in Game 4, and I feel like we'll have a better game there. Now I'm not necessarily saying Boston will win Game 4, but I feel like we're gonna get a better performance from those young guys on Boston in Game 4. Spade, I gotta get your thoughts on this before you go. Eric Bledsoe kind of disrespected Terry Rozier. They asked Eric Bledsoe, like, what's going on? How do you feel about Terry Rozier? And Bledsoe was like, who? Who was that? Like, give me your thoughts on that.
First of all, you say he kind of disrespected Terry Rozier. No, he kind of made an ass of himself. That's exactly what he did. Now, I feel like that was what spurred that whole moment was the fact that Terry Rozier in a previous interview messed up Bledsoe's name, but I don't think it was intentional. Some of these names, bro, and we do it sometimes on the show. Some of these names, just last night, I think I was trying to say Russell Wilson, and I said Russell Westbrook. It was one of those things. Rozier was talking about Bledsoe, and he referred to him as Drew Bledsoe. I don't think it was intentional at all.
Yeah.
But apparently that probably got to him, got up under his skin, and Drew Bledsoe, I'm going to say it too, Drew had a little bit of an attitude, and they're going to ask him, Terry Rozier's play so far in this series has been kind of good. What do you think about it? He was like, who? Man, I don't even know who the F that is. Bruh, let me tell you who he is. He the guy that completely undressed you on a step-back 3 that damn near sent you home. And you had a teammate to bail your ass out and send it to OT, and then he continued to give you that work in the extra period. Listen, man, Rozier has LaParis, I got to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
I really thought without Kyrie, this team was doomed. But one of the reasons why they not, for all the other reasons you said about their bigs, you know, getting a chance to eat down there and all that other stuff has remained true. But Rozier is one of those guys, and don't get me wrong, y'all, he ain't happy that Kyrie injured. That's not what I'm saying. But this man was waiting on this opportunity, bruh. And this is what I be talking about. So many guys be like, I never had a chance to show what I could do. I mean, not just in sports, in life. Folks always be like, man, I never got a shot. Bro, you never know when that window of opportunity going to open up. And when it do, you can't peek your head in it. You got to dive through that bitch. And Terry Rozier has dove through this window. And on the biggest stage, it don't look like it's no fear in his heart don't pump no Kool-Aid, bruh.
And so,
Bledsoe, if you don't know, you might better ask your teammates, because I'm pretty sure they can tell you who the hell he is. I bet you they can tell you.
In game one, I think game one was the game that went into overtime, Spade, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was game one. But he didn't shoot particularly well that game and still hit a big step back three, and then in overtime made some big baskets. It made some free throws, and I was like, this guy right here he's one. I think I said this to you, Spade. I don't know if I said it on the show, but I said Terry Rozier strikes me as one of those guys that he's not afraid of the moment. He's gonna give you his blood, sweat, and tears. Like, that's what he's gonna give you. But regardless of how he playing offensively, he's gonna lock in. He's gonna be a tough guy. He's gonna get in there and scrap with them bigs. He's gonna grab rebounds. He's gonna defend. And that's how I feel about Boston, man. Spade, this is easily, in my opinion, a 7-game series, man. This is a 7-game series.
Easy.
I said, if the Bucks come out here, the Bucks is, a lot of people said the Bucks wanted this matchup. Well, they better come prepared to play, man, because Boston gonna play. They're gonna play.
They damn sure gonna play. If they don't do nothing else, they're gonna play. Let's jump back over to the West Side, man, and let's talk about a series that I was 100% right on. And even though I was right on it, even though I didn't see it playing out the way it's playing, let's talk about Houston versus Minnesota. I told you guys that I felt like that was a broom bristle type of series. I felt like the Rockets was just going to be too powerful. I felt like James Harden had so much momentum coming into this series that he was going to be unstoppable. Now, we saw that in Game 1. In Game 2, we saw James Harden struggle, but luckily for him, his teammates had his back. They got a big game from Gerald Green off the bench, and they got a good game from CP3. What people don't mention, I'm a cape for my boy, what they don't mention when they talk about James Harden's terrible game in Game 2 is that in Game 1, when he was going the hell out for 40-plus points, nobody could find Chris Paul in Game 1. And this is exactly why I said Houston was looking to be successful in the postseason. Both of those guys got issues in the postseason where they'll disappear, they'll run out of gas, or they'll just get the yips. So what you hope is when you get two of those guys, this is why the Browns was considering taking 2 quarterbacks, y'all. What you hope is that when one of those guys get the yips, the other one don't have them. You just hope they don't get the damn yips at the same time. The Paris, what I didn't see coming was Minnesota just completely forgot how to use Big Cat. They don't know how to use him. Cat don't know how to use himself. I don't know if Cat ain't ready for the moment, the Paris, but I think my opinion of Karl Anthony Towns has been hurt by what I've seen in the postseason. That series is 2-0 right now, by the way.
This series, let me tell you, if I'm not mistaken, I think they played today. I think they have a game today. Spade, if Minnesota don't, you gotta at least fight. Let me tell you, first of all, this is why it's a team sport. I seen people on Twitter saying, I don't see everybody bashing. First of all, people bash Harden every day. But I see when Harden was having this bad game, I seen people I don't see people bashing Harden when he having a bad game. But this is why it's a team sport. You're not going to be perfect. You're not going to play well every night. This is why you have teammates. It's okay to be like, Spade, I'm a little under the weather on SAS today. You got to kind of pull your boy through. You got to
ramp it up.
Carry the show. You got to, you know what I mean? Like, that's why you have a team. That's why it's a team. So, yeah, you get your teammate's supposed to be like, all right, you know what, James, we got you. You done carried us here. We got you. You having a bad game, we got you. CP3 stepped up. You get an amazing game from Gerald Green. That's what being a team is about. So, people like, oh, my gosh, James Harden had a bad game and the Rockets still won. What was they supposed to lose because he had a bad game?
Yep.
Like, James Harden, listen, I don't even want to talk about the Rockets because this series is over. I just want to say that's what a team is supposed to do. All right, our leader is struggling. He's struggling. Let's pick it up, and then you get 21 points off the bench from Gerald Green. You get CP3 with a game like that. This is why I think the Rockets are one of those teams to threat because, they don't have players to the extent of Golden State with Clay and Steph and KD. But goodness gracious, if you see James Harden struggling, you can get one of those. You can get an amazing game from CP3. You can get a game where Gerald Green just goes bananas. You can get a game who I hate Ryan Anderson, but goodness, he can have them games where he'll go 7 or 8 from 3, and you be like, look at Ryan Anderson. You can get that Clint Capella. You seen Clint Capella? Like, people are saying that Clint Capella is shutting down. I don't know what happened to Karl Anthony Towns. And Spade, I'm a fan of Karl Anthony Towns, man. I don't know.
He's from Jersey.
He from Jersey. I don't know what happened to Karl Anthony Towns. Where are you at? 5 points, 9 shots? What are we doing? Now, it's been some reports, some other guys like a Shaquille O'Neal been trying to say Big Cat got to demand the ball. He got to take more than 9 shots in a game, which I agree with.
Shook, bro. He looked shook.
I got to agree, bro. I don't know if this moment is too big. They're young. They're a young team. I'm questioning. I got to see what Karl Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves do at home. Maybe the moment was too big in Houston. But now you at home, you in Minnesota. I got to see what they do today. But you let them come out. This series will probably be over by our next time we record. I'm going to have a lot to say if you let...
buddy.
I'm going to have a lot to say if Minnesota come out flat these next 2 games at home. And I'm going to be questioning Thibodeau as well. And I'm a fan of that guy. I'm going to be questioning him as well.
I got a couple of messages in my phone, if you don't mind. I won't take long. I just want to read them.
Okay.
One is from Andrew Wiggins, and it's to me about you. Said, tell Paris why he putting all that energy on me. What the hell is Karl Anthony Towns doing? That's from Wiggins. I ask him, and the other message I got is maybe guys from Jersey just ain't ready for the big lights. All right, so.
Shaq from Jersey, bro. What are we doing?
All I know is Karl Anthony Towns went 2-9. All I know is he went 2-9.
Spade, do we need more than 9 shots though? Let's be honest.
Well, shit. If you ain't making but 2 of them 9, I don't know how many more I need to give you. Because my boy Wiggins over there is 6 of 14.
For what? 16 points?
Which is not.
For 16?
13 points. He had 14 shots for 13 points.
Typical Wiggins. I mean, in fairness to all those guys, nobody has been playing well over there. Jimmy Butler, nobody has been playing well over there. So,
yeah, Butler was 3 of 6. I'm looking at. I want to know who the hell was shooting.
So I'm looking. I want to see what they do at home, Spade. I want to see what they do at home. You ready to move on though? This is the series I can't wait to get your thoughts about.
Yeah, let's go. That they were terrible, bro.
Got to take it 3-6. Philadelphia 76ers and the Miami Heat. Philly leads that series 2-1. Spade, I got so many questions. I got to ask you about Embiid coming back. I got to ask you about Whiteside and lack thereof Whiteside. Like, I got to ask you about getting that Justice Winslow game. I got to ask you about... I mean, there's just so much to talk about in this series. Wade had a phenomenal game.
I got all that.
Wade had a phenomenal game. Spade.
Yes.
Philadelphia, Miami, 2-1 Philly. Talk to me.
I mean, what you want to... What?
Well, I mean, what's up with Whiteside? I mean, what's going on?
Well, Whiteside was my X factor because I knew that you just never know with Hassan Whiteside, man. You never know. In their last meeting, which ended up being a 20-point loss, and the scoreboard will lie to you because I swear up until about 6 minutes to go, it was anybody's game. Whiteside only played 30 minutes. He was 1 of 1 from the field. He only had 2 rebounds. He had 1 block. He also had 2 turnovers and 4 personal fouls. He looked like he's not invested. His energy's really not there. He's frustrated because he wants to do more. But when he's on the floor, he looked like a liability, man. And I do not like what I'm seeing from Hassan Whiteside. On the flip side, I'm very, very hard. I can't put enough varies in it. I am very hard on Justice Winslow. and Justice came out there and looked like a man possessed. He still didn't shoot exceptional. He was only 4 of 11, but he was 4 of 6 from 3. His 4 makes was from beyond the arc, and when I tell you this brother don't shoot threes, y'all, he do not shoot threes. He also had 10 rebounds. I watched that game. It was a couple of times where if he got the defensive rebound, he put it on the floor, and I don't give a damn who was open. He went coast to coast, and I think on both of those times that I saw, it resulted in a trip to the charity stripe.
Let me cut you off real quick, Spade. Let me cut you off real quick. Keep your thought, though. I just want to say, one thing that I like that Justice Winslow brought that last game, he brought energy, bro. I mean,
he did.
He was defending. He was blocking shots. He was just intense. He was jumping in front of people's faces. He was stepping on masks. He ain't care. He was just bringing energy, and I think you need that type of energy in a playoff game like this. Now, it's unfortunate that you get that type of good game from Winslow and they still lose, but his energy, I mean, it was second to none during that game right there. Second to none. Go ahead, Spade.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely ramped it up. What you want to see in the postseason, it shouldn't look like a regular season game. Players are moving faster, they're playing harder, they're playing more physical, and this has been the most physical series in the postseason, in my opinion.
I agree.
And Justice showed up for this last game, bro. I'm going to tell you, I'm a weird person. One of my favorite things about this game was him stepping on Joel Embiid's mask. I liked it. I know y'all going to say, oh, that's petty. He should. And I think he got fined like 15 racks for that, too. That's an expensive-ass mask. But I liked it. I like what it showed. Like, we not backing down. We fighting back. Wade and one of them bombs over there had a little shoving match. Wade kind of threw Buddy to the ground, had his fist balled up like he was about to go upside his head. And unfortunately, that resulted in not only a loss, a 20-point loss. And if you are a Heat fan like myself, that's devastating. I don't know if you're going to get another game like that from Justice Winslow. The Dragon actually had a pretty good game. I'm looking for his numbers. Yeah, 23 points from the Dragon. He didn't shoot good from beyond the arc, but he was 8 of 13. Like, so many guys on this Miami team showed up. For it to result in a loss is devastating, bro. Because I don't know that you get this type of game again. I just don't.
Spade, now I know you did pick Whiteside as your what is the Heat going to do with Whiteside, bro? What are they going to do with this guy?
Shit, man. At this point, I don't know. Once upon a time, it was rumors they was allegedly trying to work something out Whiteside for Boogie. And it probably was going to take some more stuff with Whiteside. And at that time, I was like, I ain't really sure if I want us to do it. But now, right after that, Boogie got hurt. Of course, that whole thing went away. And Whiteside has shown his hand to be a guy that plays when he wants to play. He pouts when things aren't going his way. He's been recently very vocal about not liking what the coaching staff is asking him to do. He said his coaching staff want him to set picks and go sit in the corner. And now I think he got no trade value. Who the hell wants him? For $100 million, who's going to pout when the game ain't going this way and then throw the coach under the bus about not liking his game plan. So I don't know. Shit, maybe we stuck with him. Maybe y'all want him. Y'all want him? We'll send him to Chicago.
We Gucci. But it's crazy because, like you said, this has been this has been one of the most entertaining series
in the
playoffs. I mean, it has that old school vibe. I mean, they've been in each other face all series.
Okay. Yep.
These guys ain't backing down, and I actually like Justice Winslow stepping on the mask too, Spade. I'm an old school guy, and like I said, I remember those Miami Heat Knicks playoffs battles, and I mean, it used to be stepping on the mask. It used to be fights. It used to be fist fights every time they played, and it has that old school feel to it. It has that old Eastern Conference playoff feel to it. Like, they are in each other's face. They pop and smack. Like, I like it. I'm enjoying it. Spade, Embiid coming back, man. Embiid came back, and I felt I felt with Embiid coming back that the Heat had to play Whiteside, and they still only gave him like 12 minutes, 15 minutes.
He wasn't doing shit when he was out there, bro.
Spade. God, man. The way I feel Whiteside is as a player, I don't know if he don't feel he's that type of player, but we done seen Whiteside have triple doubles with blocks and just have amazing games. We done seen him have amazing games. We be like, man, this dude is a top big in the league, and for him to just be non-existent, it's disappointing, man, because it's disappointing because this is where the playoffs is when like you can solidify your greatness, and I just feel like this is really. I don't feel like y'all gonna be able to trade this guy. You damn sure ain't gonna be able to. You damn sure ain't gonna cut him because you still gonna owe him all that bread. So
and he ain't gonna renegotiate. He already not happy, so he ain't gonna say the squad no money. Let me ask you something, Lopez.
Go ahead.
If I told you he only played 13 minutes, I know that's not a lot of time, but how many rebounds would you just guess that he have in 13 minutes?
13 minutes. I say he had what, 6, 7 rebounds.
So he only had 2, but that's not a whole lot of time on the court. That's fine. But if I
we
then
seen
told you that
play 20 minutes and have a double-double. This is what I don't get it,
bro. But if I then told you that Bam played 15 minutes, 2 more minutes, but had 5 boards, in 2 more minutes he grabbed 3 more boards.
Yeah,
I don't know, dog.
I mean, Kelly Olynyk has been the best big. They might well just start Kelly.
Not that last game. Kelly played 36 minutes, went 2 of 6 from the field. He did have 3 rebounds, 5 dimes, a steal, and 3 blocks. But he kind of stuffed in the stat sheet. I'll take it. Only 2 of 6 from the field, but you just get more production out of him, and I don't know, bro.
I don't know, man. Like I expected more from Whiteside, and I'm looking at like Whiteside averaged like 3 points, 4 boards. He's playing like 14 minutes. Like I'm very disappointed in what I'm getting from Whiteside, especially with Embiid back. You can see, okay, we're not going to play Whiteside as much because Philly is running small. They running Ilyasova and Saric, and Ben Simmons is playing the point, and they stretching the floor. We don't want Whiteside out there trying to defend these guys around the arc. I can understand that, but Embiid came back.
Yeah.
Spade, who do you still have? I think you picked Philly to win this series. You still have Philly?
I picked Philly to win in 7. I still think it's going to be a dogfight. I mean, because somebody on Miami's team is going to show up. That's how Miami's built. It might not always be D-Wade. Like you said, you didn't expect a lot of D-Wade games. You expect D-Wade to show up and steal one here and there, and he did that. I think in the last game, he was only like 2 of 9 or something. So he didn't really have a great game there. But I still got it being Philadelphia, and I still got it being a dogfight of a series. And everybody's talking about Philadelphia could go to the Eastern Conference Finals, and they could. Especially when you look over there at how the Cavs are playing right now. But I tell you what, they finna use a lot of their energy and a lot of their petrol, a lot of their gas out the tank about to be spent on this series. They still ain't out the woods over there, trust me.
I agree with you. And I just want to say this. Miami, you cannot waste, when you get a game like that from Justice, you cannot waste that game. When you get Dragic, like you say, he ain't shoot well from 3, but he had a very good game that last game. You can't waste that game. You can't waste that game.
And listen, man, if there's anybody listening to our show that you're not a real big pro basketball guy, I'm telling you, if you need a game, if you need a series to convince you to be an NBA fan, watch this series. It is everything that pro basketball is in the postseason. Dragic is flexing. He making muscles out the and-ones. I mean, I love it, man. You talked about disappointment in that last series, LaParis. Let's go back to the West Side and let's really talk disappointment, bro.
Okay.
You ready to be sad? I gotta change my whole tone.
I think it's gonna make me happy.
I gotta change my whole tone.
Well, I think it's gonna make me happy, bro. Well, go ahead,
bro. Let's talk about the Boogie Cousin-less Pels and the ass kicking they are giving the Portland Trailblazers. The Paris, I couldn't have seen this with binoculars. I didn't see this coming, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you. This series is currently 3-0. It is a very strong possibility that Portland could get the broom with their 2 superstars in the backcourt and a point guard that his very vocal fans are so frequent to remind me on social media that he's the best point guard in the league, which I have never agreed with. But Dame Lillard fans were at me at various times of the day. First of all, you guys don't sleep. I would get mentions at 3 a.m. from Dame Lillard fans telling me he the best point guard in the league. And I need you guys to be honest with yourselves. Whether you think he is or he's not, I'm not coming for him there. I think James Harden has been the best 2 guard in the league for years now, and he melts down in the postseason every year. You got to hold this guy accountable for the fact that this team looks like trash.
Boy,
and
you took the words right out of my mouth, bro. Goodness gracious.
He's the go for this team, bro. He's the engine. And it's a little different. Now, look, that one year that James Harden was on ball, running the offense, when he was bad, oh, my God. You can ask anybody who know me, I was not I was not caping up for James Harden. When James Harden plays like shit, I say he play like shit. But Lillard fans would cape and defend this guy through a 7-turnover game only for him to come back the next game and give you 8. All right? He about to get a trip dub of just turnovers. He about to get triple the amount of turnovers of the other point guard. LaParis, I'm going to be honest with you. The first game that they lost, CJ McCollum started bad. Dame started bad, and CJ had an amazing fourth quarter. He had a 14-point fourth quarter.
Babe,
3 of 3 from beyond the arc.
For that game?
I don't.
Let me get
for
it.
Game 1.
Go ahead, I got it.
I got Game 2 right here.
Don't worry, I'll get it. Go ahead, continue.
All right, so he didn't have enough. I mean, I think it was a 3-point game, if I'm not mistaken. But the
they
reason
lost
why
97-95 Game 1.
2-point game. The reason why it was a game was C.J. McCollum's fourth quarter. And all up and down my timeline, you know what I was seeing, LaParis? Oh, it's Dame time. It's Dame time. I was like, what channel they watching? What broadcast are y'all watching? This ain't Dame time. This is C.J. trying to save this team. In Game 2, they lost by 9 points. Mm-hmm. Once again, the issue was Dame couldn't get going. Drew Holiday is being credited with being a lockdown defender. Dame himself came out and said, I haven't faced defense like this yet in my career. They're throwing waves of defenders at me. They blitzing me. And he's a young player. I'm going to give him his props. You know, to come out, it takes some heart to come out and say, I haven't seen defense like this. I'm struggling. But you know what? If they blitzing you, if they double teaming you, if they sending waves of defenders at you, that means somebody open. Damn, you got to get it out your hand, bro. You got to get it out your hand. Maybe y'all got to move it quicker. Maybe this ain't an L on Dame Lillard. Maybe you got to go with Terry Stotts or whoever the hell the coach out there is. You got to go with the coach and you got to say, you know what? You got to come up with something. You guys, y'all got three L's to study. Surely it's something. And the last one, bro, the last one was even more concerning because the Pels damn near scored 120 points. You know, in the last 2 losses, Portland has scored 102 points. So the offense, they finding it from somewhere, but they can't stop shit. I got to admit, I ain't see this coming, bro. And I'm putting a lot of the blame. I'm putting about 75% of the blame on the shoulders of Dame Lillard. He's got to give his team better. He's got to.
Spade. Me and you,
I know you finna get him.
Me and you talk about sports, if not damn near every day. Every day.
Every day.
I cannot stress enough. People have came not only in the comment section of our show, but to us on Twitter and told us Dame Lillard not only the best point guard in the league, but the most underrated point guard in the league. Dame Lillard had told us himself he's been snubbed for the All-Star games. He's been snubbed for USA World Basketball playing in the Olympics. He done told us this himself. You know, and there's no better time. There's no better time to prove yourself as such than right now. I mean, Spade, they lost the game. They lost Game 1, 97-95. CJ McCollum he put together that fourth quarter, and I felt that Dame Lillard, he gets caught up in that Dame time thing because CJ had it going in the fourth quarter. Nobody can argue that. If you arguing that, then you wasn't watching the game. He had it going in the fourth quarter. And I felt like Dame Lillard tried to force it. He tried to draw that foul. Remember that foul he tried to do? Didn't even do it right. And I'm
he drive to the basket, and instead of actually trying to make the layup, he put more effort into trying to draw the foul.
And I was like, what is he doing? It's a 2-point game. It's a 2-point. What is Lillard doing? Spade, I have told you, and I'm going to say it to the people. Lillard has shot. He has shot the Trailblazers out of every single game. Every single game. Every single game he has shot the Pelicans out of, man. And, people telling me this guy's the best. And the argument is, they're double teaming me. Then why are you still jacking shots? Why are you still shooting? Amino had an amazing game.
Trust your teammates.
Amino had an amazing. He had 21 points, 8 of 15 from the field. Now he was 3 of 8. He was 3 of 8 from 3, but 8 of 15 is 53%. Lillard, Why are you consistently just out there jacking, bro? You 5 of 14,
3 of 8 ain't
35% in game 3. What are you doing?
Yep.
What are you doing? And you want to know what, Spade? You want to know what else I know? This is why I would choose John Wall over Lillard. And this ain't what this conversation is about. But Lillard, I don't. In Lillard mind, I don't care what y'all think. In Lillard mind, he gotta know he's not playing well. Why not lock in defensively? Why not do something defensively? Why not? How about not turning the ball over 7 or 8 times, giving them all them damn turnovers? How about that? Defensively, where's Lillard at defensively? And I know what y'all gonna say. Well, Lillard ain't never been this defensive guru. Well, how about you, Rondo? Rondo, you want to talk, man? They got Rondo looking like he a damn MVP candidate. Spade. Rondo out here damn near averaging a triple-double, man.
That's
and this ain't one
Rondo,
of those.
though.
This ain't one of those. I'm trying to get a triple-double joint. Rondo out there playing basketball.
Yeah.
He out there playing basketball. I mean, he averaging like 15 dimes. Like Rondo out there shooting butt-naked threes. Where is the defense, Lillard? And like you said, Spade, he's the engine that could. I seen people, they said, what about Nurkic? And they want to blame it on everybody else, but not Lillard, man. And 7 turnovers is unexcusable. 8 turnovers is unexcusable. You let that be Russell Westbrook and oh my gosh, you let that be James Harden and oh my gosh, they were screaming from the mountaintops. They were screaming.
I have a question.
They were screaming from the mountaintops, bruh.
LeParis, I have a question.
Go ahead.
Did you just call that man Westbrook?
It was a slip of the tongue, bro.
Okay, all right, because I'm letting you know right now, you that's your guy.
Spade,
that's your guy. So if you're gonna sit up here and disrespect Westbrook,
Spade, I'm keeping it 100 though. Like I play a lot of people know me. I play a lot of FanDuel, bro. And Drew Holiday is a solid defender. But now, when did Drew Holiday become this lockdown defender? All of a sudden, they're like, oh my gosh, Drew Holiday is this lockdown guy. You want to know, it's little analytic stuff where people that play daily fantasy sports, it's little analytical crap that we all know. And you play bigs versus Milwaukee. You play bigs versus the Nets. You attack Denver with point guards. And you attack the Pelican with your point guard. Where is Dame Lillard? That's been the subject all year in daily fantasy sports. Where is Dame Lillard? And so, it's been working all year. You attack the Pelicans with your PG. Where is Lillard?
It ain't from lack of aggression. I mean, when you put up numbers like 6 of 23, it ain't from lack of aggression. That's for damn sure.
I mean, minus 24, bruh. A minus 24.
Oh, you ain't got to tell me.
Jesus
I'm
Christ.
not defending them. I'm not defending them.
People, and I'm getting tweeted and I'm calling, oh, you a hater. You just hate Dame Lillard. I have no reason to hate Dame Lillard. I'm telling you what I see when I'm watching the games. Y'all think I want Dame Lillard to play bad? I don't want him to play bad. I want it to be a game. I don't want to see 20-point blowouts every night. And that shit be the late game. It be 1 o'clock in the morning. I don't want to be up that late to see a blowout. I got some stock in Dame Lillard playing bad. I like, man, listen. I want it to be a series. They are on the verge of getting swept, and the Pelicans do not have Boogie Cousins. They got Nico Mirotic spazzing out.
Yeah, Nico looked like a man. I'm telling you, Bobby Portis said he knocked the stank off his game. Bro, let's jump back to the West right quick.
Go ahead, Spade. I'm sorry.
Let me switch it up. Let me throw the West one. I'm gonna do another West one, and then I'm gonna let you finish with the East. You good with that?
Yeah, let's get it.
Let's do another West one, because this one right here, we ain't got to spend a lot of time on this one. This one is going exactly like we all expected it to. The Warriors are making light work of the Spurs. The only reason why it's a story now is because, I mean, God, timing and news can't get any worse for head coach Greg Popovich, who just lost his wife. She was dealing with, I think, some type of illness, and she had been battling, and she lost her battle or whatnot. And you got to hate that for Pop, man, because, look, Pop is a jerk to the media, but even in him being a jerk to them, it's almost kind of became like a like a laughing
running
banter.
joke. It's like a running joke now.
Yeah, it's a joke now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not so much of him being mean now. It's like he was mean for so long that he can't just switch up and start being nice. But he'll crack a smile every once in a while in between, and it's banter. And with everything that he's going through with Kawhi and everything, and look, that's not me saying I'm not guilt tripping Kawhi. That's not to say that Kawhi need to risk his health, because of this. But it's just terrible timing, and I just hate it for the Spurs, bro. Like, I hate it for them, and nobody expected them to beat Golden State, and they're going to get the broom. That's all I got to say about it.
Like you said, it's just terrible. I mean, the timing is never good. But goodness gracious,
but dang,
you talk
it could
about
be a little better than
this. It
this.
could be a worse time. Jesus. They out there getting that work. And I mean, the Spurs, you already know what you're going to get from the Spurs, regardless who coaching. They going to play Spurs basketball, and they was trying so hard at home, Game 3, to try and get that win for Pop, and they just can't compete with these guys, man. They can't compete, man.
They tried.
And it sucks, but I mean, I don't know when their next game at, but Pop probably won't coach that game either, and they're gonna lose that game, and it's gonna be an early season for the Spurs. I mean, it's what we all expected. It's just like I said, the timing is never good. It's just an unfortunate situation that it happened at this time, and I thought some prayers go out to the Popovich family. You never want to hear any news like that, man. I mean, regardless how you feel about Popovich and all his extra stuff after the game, we both feel like Pop is a solid, great coach, man, and
has spoke out on social injustice and racial injustice. Very outspoken guy, and like I said, even though he get a media a hard time, I don't think anybody thinks Pop is a bad person. Nobody thinks he's a bad person. He's a hell of a coach, and this is just super unfortunate, man. And like LePere said, those guys, they tried their best to get that one for him, and they just flat out, they're just overmatched. Have enough, man. They just overmatched.
They are.
And we called it.
It's a terrible.
And I did not want to end this segment on that bad news, bro. So let's lighten it back up. LePere, take us to the East, and let's talk about another surprising series, bro.
Man. Jesus Christ, babe. It's a let's talk 4-5, man. Cavaliers versus Pacers, and the Pacers are up 2-1 on the Cleveland Cavaliers. Spade, me and you all season was saying we had the Cavs going all the way to the finals. We ain't think nobody in the East could potentially dethrone the King. But Spade, the way it's looking right now, goodness gracious, Spade, it don't look like they're going to get past the first round. Talk to me about the Cavs and the Pacers.
Oh, wow, bro. Look. So the Pacers came out and they hit LeBron with a good body shot, and they stole game 1. I wasn't worried. Somebody jumped in my live stream and said, Spade, you didn't give my Pacers a shot. Now what you got to say? And I poked my chest out and I told that person, I said, man, look, if you want to bet me right now that your Pacers are winning this series, I got 100 on it. And I never heard back. You know what I'm saying? Nobody even wanted to bet. All right? Game 2, the Cavs won, and I think this was the saddest win for a Cavs fan ever. Because even in the win, everybody was like, woo. Boy, Brian had to do a lot, and they still won by a small margin. In the end, he was running out of gas. They won by a small margin. All right? Brian sounded confident after that first game. He said, hey, man, I was down 3-1 and fought back. So being down 1-0, like that don't mean nothing to me. We good. All right? Now, then they went to Cleveland, and LeBron bought all of his teammates matching suits. All right? They were nice suits, LePere. Now, I'm a bit older, so I don't really do the pants that stop at your calf. I don't really understand why that's a fashion statement. You know what I'm saying? I don't want my ankles cold.
We old, bro.
I guess. I don't understand why them shits can't come to the ball on my ankle. I don't get it, all right? He bought everybody matching suits. I don't understand why they had to get the same damn suit, but they did, all right? And they went out there, and it looked like what I always say, look good, feel good, play good. The Cavs was up 17 points in that game. It looked like the suits was working until they imploded. It looked like Brian ran out of gas. Brian has been given a lot, y'all. He's in his 15th season. I'm not making excuses for him, but he looked like he ran out of gas. LePere, you said off camera, he looked like he was mentally and physically on E. He looked like he had given all he could give. At that point, he was just like, whatever, man. And they lost the game. Now, granted, you're going to look at the scoreboard and say, oh, it wasn't that bad. They only lost by 2, but they were up 17. They lost. This series is 2-1 Pacers. And LePage, you want to hear something crazy?
What's crazy?
Let me sit up close when I say this. I still got the Cavs. I just can't go against LeBron James, bro. And I know that's disrespectful to Pacer fans, and I'm sorry. I cannot not believe in LeBron James, LePage. I can't do it.
Spade.
I can't do it.
I'm gonna tell you what, man. And I know people are gonna come in here and say LeBron this and LeBron that. Spade, where are the coaching adjustments? And I know somebody gonna say, well, he started JR and he started Korver. That's not where they getting killed. You know what? Let me pull up the stuff real quick, because that's not where they getting killed at, Spade. Dad Young. Oh my gosh, hold on, give me a minute.
I like that. Hey, that's a Georgia Tech product right there.
Dad Young had 12 shots, 6 of 10. By the way, Dad Young during this whole series had been shooting like 67% from the field. But he had 12 points, 6 of 10 from the field, 7 rebounds, 3 steals, and 2 blocks. Bogan Bogdanovic had 30 points, 11 of 15. Spade,
yep.
Where is the coaching adjustment? I've been asking all series, Spade. Where the hell is Larry Nance? Why is Larry Nance only playing 15 minutes, 17 minutes?
I wish I knew.
Where is Tristan Thompson?
Bro, I actually think they not playing Tristan over this whole thing with him and his buddy. I think that's why.
He on the see. This is the nonsense that
you don't pay them all this money. They don't pay them all this money, bro. Yeah, I'm with you. Get them.
This is the nonsense I'm talking about. Regardless how you feel about Tristan Thompson and his outside life, Tristan Thompson, and I know trust me, I've been hard on TT. He has not been the same player he was, before he got that big payday. He has not been the same player. But he on the damn team. You telling me no minutes is better than 10 minutes or 15 minutes or 20 minutes? Not playing him at all. And I know somebody going to say, well, the Cavs like to stretch Tristan Thompson. I'm looking at it, and I don't know what the Cavs are doing, and I'm looking right at Ty Lue. To me, the Cavs look better when they were being coached by Larry Drew. They
look better when they were being coached by David Blatt.
I mean, what is going on with the Cavs? And crazy thing is, I'm with you, Spade. I still had the Cavs winning this series, but in the Cavs defense, LeBron is an older guy. You be like, man, you got to get these early teams all the way out of there ASAP. This could be a 7-game series.
Yep. And that's not good for the Cavs, bro.
That is a terrible thing, man. I mean, especially when you got Spade said that Philly, could run out of gas, they can use everything in the tank. But these young dudes, they recuperate. They go out.
They got bigger tanks. They gonna use a lot of gas, but they got bigger gas tanks.
Yeah,
they all right.
And they can run on regular. You know what I mean? They running on regular.
Yeah.
They don't need premium and all that. You know what I mean? They
play
a game, go to the club, and come right back.
Yeah, Brun need the fuel injector cleaner, the fuel treatment, and 93 octane. He need all he can get.
And Depot has been playing great. I mean, kudos to Indiana for not just backing down and being like, man, we playing the Cavs, we playing LeBron, and oh boy, this will be fast. Nah, they came to play, man. And I want to, can the other guys please show up, please? I mean, they not even playing Jordan. You make these trades for Larry Nance, Jordan Clarkson, and these guys, and then not play them? Like, Nance getting 15 minutes, Clarkson getting 12 minutes. What are they doing? And
LePage, you talked about the Heat wasting a rare, really good game from Justice Winslow, and the Cavs wasted a rare, really bad game from Oladipo. Depot was 1 of 8 from beyond the arc, 5 of 15 from the field, and they won.
Word.
And they won. And LePage, please, somebody, what's up with J.R. Smith, bro? This shit got to stop, JR. It got to stop, bro. 34 minutes for 8 points, 2 of 8 from beyond the arc. Now, he did have 4 steals. He had 5 personal fouls out there, too. I don't know what's going on, man.
Let me say this, too, Spade, and then we can move on.
All right, we can move on.
The collective team wear the same thing, buy the same outfit. That has never worked. Who wore Was it the Knicks that wore black the other time and they was like, we going to a funeral? Like, that never works. Let's stop that. That has to stop. The whole let's wear the same thing to the game, that has never worked out. Show me one instance where
it seemed like Bron did that in Miami too, bro. I think Bron did that mess in Miami against the Mavs. I could be wrong, but that sounds a little familiar. And don't nobody want to see all y'all dressed alike anyway. Y'all wear the same damn uniform on the court.
Exactly. Like, let's stop. How about we stop putting so much energy into what we wearing to the game and focus on the damn game? Like,
how about getting J.R. Smith ass in there and let him get some early shoot around? How about that? How about Kyle Korver, who started and finished with 0 points? How do you start and not score? Come on, man.
Especially when that's your forte, shooting. What is going on?
That's your job. That's your job.
It's
like being a field goal kicker and missing all your kicks.
When your team is looking how they looking, and like you said, they was up big and gave it up. Where is the coaching adjustments? You was talking about, you said that maybe it's not Dame's fault. You looking at stats. Where are the coaching adjustments? When it comes to these 7-game series, like, you gotta make adjustments. Make some damn adjustments. And in my opinion, just putting JR and Korver in the starting lineup, that's not an adjustment. In my opinion. You need some energy. You need some Larry Nance. You need a dunk to get the crowd going. You need somebody that's going to block a shot. Somebody that's going to get in somebody's face. Somebody that's going to not back down. Like, listen, they showed the clip, Spade, and then I'm done. They showed a clip where it was a fast break. LeBron, like, he just looked like, oh my gosh, man. Like, look at these guys.
Didn't even make it to half court, I don't think.
He didn't run back on defense, and I think Indiana ended up hitting the 3, and I could just feel like LeBron was goodness, like, it just took it all out of him. And I can feel that it felt to him that it just took it all out of him. Like, something needs to be done, man. And let me ask you this, Spade, and then I'm done. Do LeBron lose this series? Is he leaving Cleveland?
I was real adamant about saying Bryant's not leaving. Mm-hmm. But I ain't even gonna hold you, bruh. If they lose this, Bryant, I don't know. I think if you Bryant, you gotta leave. I don't know, man. Because this is definitely gonna tarnish his legacy, bro.
Leaving the game, or losing
no? I mean, early playoff exits.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, sheesh, man.
I mean, because we all give him a pass when he lose to the Dubs. Nobody thinks he's supposed to win that anyway.
Losing in the finals, you there.
Right.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what they can do, man. Like, I'm expecting some adjustments. I'm expecting a change. I don't know why they won't. They just got Tristan Thompson on the bench making $80, $90 million and not playing 1 minute. I don't know. I'm looking at Ty Lue. And I'm like, make some adjustments, man. Your team is struggling and they clearly need some help. Make some adjustments.
Yep, I agree, bro. I guess we can go ahead and wrap this show up. This show was very heavy NBA playoff recap, and for that reason, we didn't want to drop a whole lot of topics on there and make the show crazy long. And you know how we like to end our shows, man. We got a very prestigious podcast award that we call the Strong Arm Performer of the Week. We give this award away to a male or female athlete who raised his or her level of play to ensure that their team got the victory. LaParis, you are on the hot seat, bro. Who is your Strong Arm Performer of the Week and why?
I got a tweet this week, Spade, and a guy asked me, said, you still think Nico trash? I don't remember ever saying Nico was trash. The people I say is trash, I really feel are trash. When I say somebody is trash, I really feel they trash. And I didn't feel Nico was a bad player or trash. I just felt like him or Bobby Portis had to go.
Before this year, and I remember you saying something about Nico really be pulling. Like, he just be shooting every time he get in. I remember you saying that.
That don't mean he trash. I mean, I feel like Nico think every time he shoot is going in. Like, that's what Nico think. The crazy thing is, it's in New Orleans, they going in. With the Bulls, they didn't go in so much. Like, sometimes he had those games, but Nico has been on a crazy run. And my strong arm performer of the week goes to none other than Nico Mirotic, who had 30 points. He shot 12 of 15 from the field, 4 of 6 from 3, 8 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 steals in a 119-102 win over the Blazers. And for that performance, Nico, you are my strong arm performer of the week. Nico Mirotic, Spade, he has been.
They say that he shaved. They said that beard was holding him back.
I know they won't even let him into the locker room with no stubble. Spade.
Not the way he playing.
Hey, Spade, it's crazy. Let me just say this: Game 2, when he traveled to Portland, they came in with some stubble, and they was like, "Oh, what you doing? You can't come in here with that stubble." And he was like, he didn't say he forgot his razor. He said he forgot his machine. That's what he said. I forgot my machine. So they made a rookie go to the store and get him a razor so he can shave before he entered the damn locker room.
I had not heard that story. I like that. I'll tell you what.
Game 2, when they was in Portland.
I might cut my shit off. I might get my machine and cut mine off. See how great I am without it.
Nico Mirotic, for that performance, you are my strong performer of the week.
Well deserved. I got to be honest, man. I guess I'm just a big guy. He looked funny to me, bro. Every time I see him, I'll be like, who is that? I'll be like, who is this weird looking white guy? Oh, that's weird. Every time. I'll tell you what's weird, though. Nico wasn't my strong arm performer of the week, but damn, we went to the same place to find one. I'm also going to New Orleans for mine. Way to go, Dame. I want to give mine out to Drew Holiday, bro. Everybody's talking about Drew's defense against Dame. And yeah, I know they throwing a bunch of different defensive schemes at Dame, but a lot of times it's some one-on-one defense, Drew versus Dame, and Drew has been doing exceptional work against one of the top point guards in the league. Let his fans tell it, the best point guard in the league. But listen, man, Drew ain't only doing it on that end. I got a stat I pulled right here in one of their games that Drew Holiday scored 33 big ones. He also had 3 boards, 9 dimes, and a steal. And for that performance and that win and that ass kicking that y'all giving the Blazers, Drew Holiday, you are my strong arm performer of the week. Now listen, in the history of this show, not once has 2 Pelicans won strong arm performer of the week, and that's crazy because for a while they had AD and Boogie out there kicking ass. This is the first time that 2 players, that's what I'm saying, on the same show. First time that's ever happened. So, hey, both of those dudes are deserving of it. And, man, I'm telling you, I think you guys, I don't want y'all to let off the gas. I want y'all to go ahead and tweet so we can have a whole show dedicated to where in the world is Damian Lillard. I might actually sing that on the show. We're going to look for them. We're going to find them. I hope they get swept. Sorry.
Spade, and the crazy thing is, ain't nobody, they act like we saying we don't think Damian Lillard is
one of the top point guards in the league.
That's not what we saying. That's not what we saying. But I mean, we gotta call. I mean, no pun intended.
And you gotta place the blame. Listen, when LePage, you know this. When James Harden go out there and shit the bed, I'll be like, bro, I can't stand when James come out like this. I can't defend that. I don't defend what he did against the Kawhi-less Spurs last year. I don't defend that. I don't. And fans gotta stop doing that. You gotta stop caping for your sports heroes when they don't deserve that cape. Put your cape up, man, for a real damsel in distress.
And Spade, you know for a fact that, you know, I'm a Cowboy fan. Man, when Romo was jacking up, I was like, man, like, you gotta be able to call him out when you see the BS, man. And you ain't no way you can look at how Lillard playing and being like, oh my gosh, it's not his fault. Lillard has shot Portland out of all these games. Not only shooting, but has turned the ball over at a very high clip. And let's be honest, like, them turnovers turn to points. Regardless whether it's 5, whatever it is. They turn the points.
That's big facts.
Spade, it's been a great show. I expect the Lillard fans to be in this comment section. I don't know what the hell
they're going to say. They need to get in his comment section.
I mean, they're going to say something. They're going to say something. What about CJ? What about Harkless? Mo Harkless make like $480,000. It's his fault?
Bro, you know that.
But listen, man, we want to thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of Strong Arm Sports. Y'all already know, if you new here, bang the subscribe button. It take 2 seconds. If you're a regular here, hit the like button. It's a little bell up there. You can click that bell. It sends a notification to your mobile device to let you know when a new episode has been uploaded to YouTube. If you don't want to see 2 dudes arguing in the box, we got audio podcasts everywhere. SoundCloud, Podomatic, iTunes. Soon to be on Spotify. It's still pending, y'all. I check it all the time. It say pending. It's still pending. They got to get approved by Spotify. But soon to be approved by Spotify. We want to thank you guys for your continued support. As like I said, man, this show, has been growing every week, and we cannot thank you guys enough. Leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section down below about every topic that we talked about, especially the playoffs. I'm really interested to know what the fans think about what's going on in the playoffs. Leave it in the comment section down below. And we'll see you guys next week.
Peace.
We out. Peace.